I'm sorry to say this to you guys, man. Your job don't care about you, bro. If you think your job care about you, bro, I'm sorry to say this, bro. This video is not for you, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, you could spend 5 years at your job, 10 years, 20 years at your job. It still don't the job. It doesn't matter. The job don't care about you. Why should you care about the job? Except for the money. You wake up every single day. You go to your job to work. You put your heart and soul into doing the job that you love, doing the work that you love, and it only takes one moment. It only takes one customer. It only takes one associate to do something stupid to make you crash out, to get a reaction out of you, and all of a sudden, you're fired. You spent 5 years at Home Depot, 5 years, Best Buy, whatever store that you work at, 5, 10 years, whatever, and you just get fired for no reason. And it's frustrating. Um, for example, for me, right? I've been working from home for like 5 years now, and I've seen a lot of people at my job get fired for sometimes for unnecessary reasons. And one of the issues that happened occurred a couple of days ago is that this coworker of mine that I know was actually working, and I was not working on that day. I went to work and they told me this actually happened. I was a bit surprised. So I went to work. What happened is that this coworker of mine got into an argument with the customer, and I guess the customer asked the guy like, "Hey, can you show me what this is at?" And I guess the guy showed him the wrong spot, and the customer got upset that why is this guy that works at Home Depot sending me to the wrong location? That you've been at Home Depot for a couple for he's been at Home Depot for like 5 or 6 years now, I believe, and. The customer is like, yo, why don't you know your stuff? You've been here for like 5 or 6 years. You should be able to know what this is at. And so the guy told him to go to the wrong aisle, and then the customer goes to the correct aisle, which probably someone told him where to go, and then he comes back, to the same guy that told him the wrong section, and he was like, yo, why you tell me to the wrong aisle? I don't like what you did, and all the how that thing, how things go with customers. All of a sudden, you escalate stuff, and then everything is gonna go bad. So what happened is that unfortunately, the guy that that was working had his apron on, and if you do stuff like that on the job, you're gonna get fired. So apparently, he took his apron off, and then he went outside, and they started arguing, they started fighting, they started arguing. The guy put a knife on the other guy that I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna stab you, and stuff like that. And the guy that I know got upset, like, yo, if you wanna fight, there's no point bringing a knife in the fight. You wanna fight, you can fight right now. And like I said, I don't know what happened after that. I know whether the fought. I don't really think the fought. I know the cops came. They escalated everything over there, and then everybody went their own way. And the store, find out like, yo, this is what happened, and he got fired. And I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that he should have got fired because, I mean, your customer actually I mean, look. I mean, first of all, you actually think about you send a guy to the wrong aisle, so I understand getting that frustration part, but like bringing a knife at Home Depot and trying to kill someone and trying to have a fight with someone, I mean, it just makes no sense to me. Like, yo, you know what? Someone should get fired for that. But it was during Home Depot property, and the person got fired, and it was shame. It was shameful. And then when I heard the news, like, I was surprised that he did that because he works hard. He's a quiet person, and the job don't care. The job don't go. It's not like they're gonna talk to you like, yo, we don't want this to happen again. This is your last time. We're gonna give you a warning. Don't do this and that again. Make sure things are right. And they're not gonna do that. They don't care about you, but don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about the situation. If it happens at Home Depot property, they just don't want nobody to get in trouble. Nobody to get in trouble. They don't want. They don't want to. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to get their bosses. Hey, we're gonna give you a pay cut. You don't like this and this happening in the store right here. So we're gonna let you go out the store. Go find a different job. And as of right now, he's working at DoorDash. He works. I think he works. I think he works at DoorDash now. Last time I saw him, he came in the store one time and he was just chatting around and stuff like that. So, yeah, he did get fired. It's just unfortunate stuff like that happening. Not only that, but like different scenarios as well. Different scenarios that occurred as well. They just fire people for no reason, especially for my job right here. You always gotta be careful. You always gotta be careful who you talk to at the job. You can't trust nobody at the job. Like people are laughing at you, laughing in your face. All this laughing, all this. Hey, I'm gonna buy you this and that. They don't care about you. They really don't care about you. But it's all about themselves. It's all about them, the money, make themselves look good, get the money, get their pay raise, all that kind of stuff. That's it. Make sure the numbers look good and they get more money, and you just stuck. As an employee, you just stuck there forever. There's nowhere to go. You're not gonna get no promotion. All right. I mean, I've been there for like 5 years now, and I've been asking for like, yo, can I get a promotion? Can I get this and that? They were like, nope, 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 nope. Every single time that I try to try and get a promotion, they're like, nope, you don't get any promotion. That's not gonna happen, and it's just sad. Like, I mean, 5 years and I still can't even get a promotion. You have someone else that's someone else in my department who is brand new to the store, who is just like, yo, who is just from a different store, and then all of a sudden he comes to the store and now he says freaking DH in our department, and I'm like, what the hell? It's like this point just pick and choose who they pick, to be their DH, to be their supervisors, and if you find an issue, they find an issue with you know, you're gonna get fired. Even I had an associate of mine actually trying to get me fired. It's ridiculous. Like, this associate of mine just like started putting words in my mouth like, yo, Joshua this and Joshua this and this, Joshua did this to me. I didn't like the way he was talking to me. I don't like the way he was talking to this customer. Was talking reckless and all that kind of stuff for me. Like the way Joshua was talking to me. I don't like the way he was he did, and he would put his hands on me and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I mean, look, I've been there for 5 years. Like, everybody in the store knows who I am. They know how I am. They know what I could do and what I could not do. I mean, what I genuinely don't know what people get out of it. Are you trying to get me fired for saying the wrong accusations? You trying to get me fired just for just because I asked you to, like, yo, can you help me out? Pack out. Hey, let me help you out with this and this right here. Let me help you out with moving stuff up and down, and you just get upset just because I asked you for your help. Just because I said, yo, let me help you out. Just because I said, yo. Just because your friends are not around to talk to you, it's just me and you working together. All of a sudden, you're just gonna take advantage of what I'm doing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous how people are. People just don't care. They don't care about you. Like, people at this point where I am right now, people don't care about me that job. Even my coworkers don't care about me. Like, every single time I see my coworkers, just standing around talking, it's like they don't care about you, bro. Like, they'll see, don't always say nothing to you. Don't say, hey, what's going on? How's your day going? Like, I did sometimes in my day, like, I'll say, yo, guys, what's going on, guys? What's going on? How you doing? You just get ignored. Like, what kind of coworkers are you? Like, what kind of coworkers are you to, work with a department? Like, you come to work just to stand around, talk to your friends, talk to your peers. I like you want to pretend like you're working, even though I know them when you're not working. I've been there for 5 years, and I know people who actually work. Like, I miss the days that we used to have, like, back then. Like, yo, when I first started working, like, everybody was on their toes, everybody was working, everybody was trying to do something good. Now all of a sudden everything's going backwards. People don't want to work. People just want to lay down, do the bare minimum, be on your phones, we'll talk around, and it's just frustrating for me. It's just frustrating. But yeah, if you think your job cares about you, they don't really care about you, man. That's why I always tell people, like, yo, you come to your work, do your job, go home, get your paycheck, and that's what that matters. Job is not for friends. Don't make friends at the job. And even worse, do not get a girlfriend at the job, because if you get a girlfriend at the job and she's close to the managers and everybody like that, man, I mean, it's just a wrap for you, because now they're gonna put you inside. They're gonna make sure that you proud your squad. They're gonna be like, yo, can you send this for me? It's just ridiculous. So I just I'm like, yo, the way my life is right now, I don't mind. Like, the job right now is just like, I just I'm like, whatever, bro. Whatever happens, bro, happens. I don't care. As long as I mind my own business, do my job, man. Just stay away from customers who come to the store. No, there are certain customers that actually come to my store, right? They'll come to my store, like, and if they've come to my store several times, I've seen their face like almost every single day, and they'll come to me and they'll ask me the same damn questions. Like, they don't know what this stuff is at. Like, you ask me the same damn question every time I see you. And it's like, I don't know, do they want a reaction out of you? I just understand that. Like, what's the purpose of this? What's the purpose? But sometimes I tell myself, I don't really care. Sometimes I'm like, yo, whatever, bro. Yeah, I'll just help you out, whatever. I mean, what can you do? At a job, you're working, you try to make a living. All of a sudden you have one customer that's gonna come to the store, that's gonna try and ruin your day. That's trying to make your day worse. That's trying to make you look bad. And you can't even say nothing, but you can't even complain. You can't even say nothing much. But if you complain, customers are always right. if you have an argument with customers, you get fired. And when you get fired, people don't care about you no more. They go, hey, they're gonna put you in your office. Like, hey, yo, you can have an argument with a customer. This and this happened, and then you get fired. Boom, on the spot. I could be there for 5 years, and all of a sudden, you have an argument. Like, there are times I've had, I've not really had arguments with customers. Like, I've had, times that customers will be like, "Yo, I found this right here. This was supposed to be on this side right here. You something wrong aisle. Like, what do you want me to do? That's all right. I'm not gonna say sorry. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. I know what this is right now. So have a good day. Like, you gonna come up to me and you gonna tell me like, yo, what this stuff is that? Like, come on, man. But look, it's all sometimes some days are like that, But like sometimes you gotta look to yourself in the mirror, and be like, yo, you gotta stay away from people sometimes because the more people that you engage with at work, the more trouble you're gonna be at work. Especially when you work at Home Depot, especially where I work at, the more people that you associate with, the more people are gonna look at you. The more eyes are gonna look at you, and the people that you associate with it, the people that you're close with sometimes, determine your fate, determine the people they determine sometimes you determine how you look. People look at you like, yo, this guy's around this person right here that I don't like. He is like this person right here that I don't like. So sometimes it's close. The people that you work with are sometimes your worst enemies. You just don't know it. And I mean, based on how I'm looking right now, and based on how my job is looking out right now, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. I can't even trust nobody at my job no more. I can't even trust the managers no more because they look at me like, hey, Joshua's quiet. Joshua does his job. Joshua does this and that. They try to hook you up. They try to talk friendly to you. They're trying to talk nice to you, and you just like, whatever. Sometimes I just go with the flow. I just go with the flow. Like, yeah, this is what happened. This happened, and that's to walk away. It's sad. But I guess we live in a generation where people don't care no more. It's all about the money. It's all about the bare minimum. To do less work, and that's it. They feel comfortable. But it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And all of a sudden you get fired. You get fired for no reasons. I've had a customer associate who got fired for no reason. Like, I had an associate who got fired for he and another customer, we had a disagreement with the product, and the customer went upstairs and spoke to the manager, and then the manager called him to the office, and then he got fired. And then the guy came back downstairs and was telling me like, yo, Joshua, I got fired for this and that. This customer said this and that to me. I really don't like the way this customer was talking to me, but I can't really say nothing about it. And they put me to the office, and I guess the customer lied to the manager like, yo, I did this and that, and I got fired. And the person be there for like for 6 years, so 6 years now. So it's sad. It's sad to know that things like this happen. They don't care about you. You don't get them. There's no protection, bro. You get fired, you get fired. There's no protection. There's no, oh, I like you. You're my best friend. I mean, I'm sorry. You can't do this. You can't hide. They're gonna catch you. They're gonna be like, yo, you fired for no reason. I mean, I know. Speaking about this, I know a lot of coworkers that I actually thought some guy, another person just came to my mind, like, I know who also got fired as well. No, they don't care about you, but they really don't care. I'm gonna say one more person because this one's actually a little bit relatable. So we had a manager, we had a brand new manager, and this tall associate of mine that I used to work with. You come to work every day, you work in the morning. He'd be like, yo, hey, store manager, is there something for me to do? Worry, but don't worry, man. I'll do it for you. I could work hard. I'm gonna do it for you. Anything that you want, I'm gonna do it for you. Cool. Manager's like, yo, I like this guy right here. Every time he's be on my side. He's trying to check me out. He needs help. He's trying to work hard, and he knows what he's doing. Perfect. But guess what? On the other side, people were looking at him like, yo, the manager like this guy right here. We don't like that. We're gonna keep him on hold. We go keep him. We gotta keep our eyes on him. We're gonna watch him very closely. We don't like how the store manager is, choosing him, making sure that, everything's on the low, making sure that, he does his job and stuff like that. So after a couple of weeks of whatever, actually, I mean, he comes to work every single day. He hasn't been at the store he hasn't worked at Home Depot for like a year now, so months. He's been there for like months now, and then he all of a sudden just got fired. So, and apart from that, The store manager transferred to a different store, and as soon as the store manager transferred to a different store, the same day, right? The same day he was about to go home, he got pulled to the office, and then he got fired on the spot. As soon as the manager left, on that same very day, he was about to go home as well. As soon as he was about to go home, he got fired on the spot. Boom. Your job don't care about you, bro. The job are so jealous of you. They're so jealous if you. They don't like you. They don't like if you work hard. He works hard. He comes to work in the morning, works hard. That's what he gotta do. You know, he got kids that he takes off, and it's sad. It's sad how it goes. I mean, there are times that I'll speak to him, right? I'll speak to people at the job, like especially for him. I'll tell him like, yo, don't be nice to people in this job, man. Don't let people overwork you in this job. It's not worth it. Like, do the best that you can. Focus on yourself. You know, do your job. You know, I understand you want to help people. You want to help them. You know, you want to help. You know, pack out and all that kind of stuff. But it's not worth it. It's generally not worth it, bro. Like he came at the last second. Last second. If he had started working there for like 2 or 3 years ago, I can understand him because everybody was actually working on it at that time. By the time that he came in, you can't be working. You can't be overworking yourself at Home Depot, bro. You can't. It's not worth it these days. It's not worth it. It's not. It's not it. So he got fired. He got fired from the job. And I was when I heard, I was a bit sad, but it was expected because you can't let you can't. People are gonna get mad at you. People are gonna be jealous about you. People are gonna envy you. People are gonna look at you like, yo, the manager like this guy right here. We don't like that. So everybody, it's gonna be a whole group who are not gonna like you. So you gotta be careful how you move around at the store. You gotta be careful who you talk to at the store. You gotta be careful who you talk to at the store because if you talk to the wrong people, and if you talk to someone else if you talk to someone that talks a lot, if you talk to someone that at the store that that loves to gossip around, I mean it's a wrap for you. At that point, they're gonna spread around. It's gonna spread like COVID. Right? It's gonna go around. By the time you know it, you're gonna get fired. By the time you know it, people are gonna be looking at you. By the time you know it, oh yeah, this is the guy right here that does this stuff like this. So you gotta be careful. Job loyalty is not. It's not it. Job loyalty don't care, bro. There's no job loyalty, bro. If I wish there was job loyalty, because I've been there for 5 years. I've worked a lot. I've worked hard. I work hard all these years. I've worked hard. I've helped people out. I've done my job, and here I am. I don't get no award. I don't get no. Hey, thank you for your hard work, Joshua. Thank you for this and that. Thank you for this and that. Thank you for this and that. Nothing. They don't care about you. So why should I care about them? Why should I work hard every day? Why should I go to work and try and work hard every day? I have coworkers of mine who actually just come to work and just stand around for like the whole shift. When they see me packing out, when they see me doing some job, they ain't gonna help you out. What, you think they're gonna help you out? Nope. They're gonna stand right there, look at you, dumb as fuck, laugh in your face, laugh with your friends, stand this, and that's it. What do you think I'm gonna say? I can't say nothing about it. I can't go to a manager and complain about it. I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing. Even if I do speak to a manager, even if I do speak to my supervisor, which there are times that I'll speak to my supervisor, he'll be like, "Hey Joshua, calm down. Joshua, it is what it is. Joshua, just let it go. Joshua, you'll be fine. What do you want me to do about it? I can't complain about it. It's sad. It's a sad reality. It's sad that I work so hard and then it comes to a point like this where they'll be like, "Hey Joshua, it is what it is. Joshua, just let it slide. Joshua, you'll be fine." I'm like, okay, bro. You know what? Whatever, bro. All right. At this point, I just give up. What do you want me to do? So I just I'm like, yo, you know what? Whatever, bro. So I just let the people stand around, talk, do what you're gonna do. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's no job loyalty, bro. If you think there's job loyalty at your job, yeah, you must have a lucky job then. You must work in you must have a good career job then, cause I mean, there are some good jobs out there, job loyalty. You get rewarded for your hard work, but yeah, when it comes to retail, yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Just gotta survive, get your paycheck, go home, rest, do what you could do. That's it. Get your paycheck at the job and go home. That's all that matters. It looks like the job don't care about you. Why should you care about the job if you don't get the rewards that you deserve? If you don't get the hard work that you deserve, what's the point? It's not worth it. It's sad. It's sad, but You just gotta move on. You just gotta make yourself better every day. You know, find a different job, find something better to do in life, and that's why I got my YouTube channel right here. You know, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe below. What do you guys think about this video? I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace. You guys can see my eyes red, right? I'm about to go to sleep anyway. It's like 1 o'clock right now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I gotta go to work tomorrow, unfortunately. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.